I'm greatly encouraged to see the world focusing on education and realizing its importance in development as well as averting crisis. The impact of emergencies on education, of course, is huge. And we have had 3.5 million refugees from Afghanistan. And the recently operation that we've carried out against the terrorists in the north and south Waziristan area have also impacted a lot on the local population, and we've had lots of people, close to 1 million people, as internal displaced persons who left their areas and have now settled in other parts of Pakistan. And the children, of course, are the ones who have suffered the most. I would say that in such a situation, education gets out of focus of governments, and attention shifts away from education and to saving lives and rebuilding infrastructure. We know that how difficult it is to manage such a huge population of the refugees from Afghanistan and also the internally displaced persons. And we have to spend billions of rupees on providing them shelter, accommodation. And then now the North Waziristan refugees are now, or the IDPs, are going back to their homes after 1 year. And it will require another billions of rupees resources to resettle them in their areas and rebuild their schools. So this is something which, of course, man-made crisis. But there are also natural calamities which have affected countries like Pakistan, like huge floods which swept away lots of schools. Then, of course, the earthquake in 2005, which affected lots of people, and thousands of schools were wiped out, and 80,000 people lost their lives in that calamity. So I would say that now we are rebuilding their schools in our country, and in 2010 floods alone, 9,088 schools were destroyed, and 5,790 schools were used for shelter. So we have been through it, we have experienced all that. We would like to share that experience with the rest of the world. And despite all these, you see, calamities and earthquakes and also the internally displaced persons, Pakistan has been able to reduce the number of out-of-school children by 600,000, and the literacy rate has gone up further by 2%, and improved our net enrollment ratio by 4%. So the education, of course, remains, despite these problems and difficulties, remains the top priority of my government, and provincial governments are now spending even more than a quarter of their annual budgets on education. And the federal government's spending has almost doubled, and we plan to now go up to 4% of our GDP spending on our education in our tenure. So the priority areas, of course, in education is to reduce dropout rates, improve quality of education, and ensure good governance in education, improve the quality of teachers. And we are doing all that, and also provide technical and vocational training to our students. So I believe that we must unite to fight illiteracy and ignorance to make the world a better place for humanity. I'm particularly very happy that we are here in Oslo, and the world's focus now is on education.
Thank you, Prime Minister.